Good day from WA and welcome to Thrifty Thursday. If you haven't seen Thrifty Thursday before, then it is a collaboration started by Sheree from Turquoise Dreaming. Thank you, Sheree, for doing the collaboration. Please check out Sheree's video of Thrifty Thursday and the other ladies that are listed below my video and below Sheree's video. You can see the links for the other people that are joining this collaboration. Okay, on with the show. So in front of you, you can see a whole pile of books. Now I have it's probably some video footage to insert in the video. A different shop, and as I was walking around, I just noticed that in the staff room's office, or the back room, there was a bunch of really old vintage books, and they're just all piled up. So I'm going to ask them, wait for the manager to come back and ask what they do with them. So I've gone through that pile. I rejected those, but there's some really good books in this pile, so I'm going to wait and see what she says they're not price checked. We'll see what I can do a deal with her for these. And I thought, oh, I want to know what's happening with those books. So I asked them. Anyway, long story short, I had to wait half an hour for the manager to come back. And then she said, no, we can't sell them because we have to price them. Anyway, she couldn't do anything about it until another whole week, I think. I had to wait. Anyway, she rang up on Tuesday and told me the prices. And I went up to check out the ones that I could afford. There was one they were going to sell for $150. No, can't have that one. It was a really giant, thick book of, I think it was Australian Housewives Manual for the early 1900s, like an etiquette kind of book, all sorts of things. I just sort of flicked through it, but it was $150, so I wasn't buying that one. But these were all $5 to $10 from the op shop, which is pretty good. Oftentimes they charge $30 or more for vintage, anything vintage looking, and these were just really lovely looking books. So I'll start with this one. I just love the cover. The topic is not of particular interest. It's lovely embossed. It's a story of our lighthouses and lightships. Woohoo! So not too sure that anyone's actually going to read this book, but I just thought it was lovely. We can't get these kinds of books, or these kinds of covers, very often. So they're just so hard to come by. I've been looking online. I've been looking at auctions. And of course, I spied these in this op shop. But I really love it. It's $18.91. I love old books. But it's got lots of images in it. It's falling apart. That's coming out. This whole signature is coming out. Lighthouses of England and Scotland. Smeaton's Lighthouse at the Eddystone. So it's got prints in them. Quite a lot of prints. Engravings, I don't know what they're called. So, I don't know, it's not something I'm necessarily going to read, but I might look at the pictures. Present Lighthouse of Corduan. Lighthouses of Antiquity, look at that one. Ancient Tower of Corduan. I mean, it could be quite interesting, I don't know. Not a book that I would have thought was interesting. Tells you how much they were paid. So first class lights, the staff allotted is one keeper at £120 a year, two assistants at £72 a year. Interesting. That was there in the United States. So anyway, I just love the book. I just think it's a nice book with the gold embossing on it. It's really pretty. So it would have been $5 or $10. This one, I just love this. Look at this gilt edging and heraldry embossed. MLC, it stands for Methodist Ladies College. I thought that was local, the local one in Perth, but no, this is actually from South Australia. Shakespeare's Heroines, Jameson. So it's a textbook. This particular one was a prize, first prize for English literature, awarded to Miss Elizabeth Jackson. December 14, 1906. Look at the end papers. Gorgeous. Keep going out of focus, out of screen, sorry. 1905. And it's a textbook about all of the heroines of Shakespeare. And so it explains them. I mean, I haven't read it, but I just read it, looked at it here and there. So all of the different famous females of Shakespeare. It's a textbook of understanding the characters and what they're all about. Could be an interesting read, I don't know, but anyway, it's just going to look really nice on my bookcase. This one, Woodstock Volume 2, so Walter Scott. I looked up this date, it's 1899. I just love these torn edge pages. So it's got no, this one's got no pictures. It's just a lovely old book. Really cute. I like that. This one, now I don't think I got this one. No, I didn't get this one from the op shop. I got this one online, but I really loved it. It's called A Child's Companion. I just love this look of the book. Gorgeous. It's obviously really old. I can't remember the date. Let's see if we can find a date. Oh, yes. Look, 1865. I think this is my oldest book that I own. I love it. Look at that gorgeous little picture. And it's in such conditions, like how old it is. 156 years. 156 years old, you know, for a book. It's got some interesting images in it. The apple blossom. It's like, is that the apple blossom? Is that teaching people? Is that teaching people not to accept gifts from strangers? She's in her carriage. A stranger on the side of the road and offers you an apple blossom. Don't take it. I don't know. It probably isn't a stranger danger. A fallow deer. Yeah, look, I mean, it's 1865. Isn't it just gorgeous? I love it. All those cute pictures. Elsie in her class. Look, clothes on them. The man and the peacock. Yes, so I just had to have it out. Now I bought it online. It was, I seem to remember it was £5. I made a bid on eBay. I was the only person that bid, and so I won the bid. I think I had to pay $20 postage. so it cost $25. Not super cheap. The actual book was, but I had to have it posted. But it's 1865. You've got to pay a little bit more for something so old. Yeah, this one came from the same one, from the op shop, Selections from Tennyson. So it would have been between either $5 or $10. It says $1 there, but I don't think I didn't pay $1. It was either $5 or $10. And does this one have a date? Selections from Tennyson. Oh yes, November 1922. So it is just actually Tennyson's poems. There's nothing, I don't know that I've ever read anything. But if I ever feel like reading Alfred Lord, isn't his name Alfred Lord Tennyson? It seems to ring a bell. That's as much as I know about him. Alfred Lord Tennyson rings a bell. Yeah, we did English I did English literature at high school level, but we didn't do this. Anyway, so there you go. What is poetry? Introduction. I don't know if it gives me explanations. No, I don't think so. Alfred Lord Tennyson's poetry. I do have one more book. This book my mum gave me. She had 2 of these, so she gave me this one. And just recently presented to Elizabeth Rushton for good work in July 1956. And it is the Observer's Book of Birds. So this was just, you know, these are all together on my good bookshelf with the, you know, collection. So it's just gorgeous with all of the pretty birds, loads of them. Garden warbler. Aren't they great? Aren't they just so pretty? Such pretty little images. Yeah. Book from the 50s. Golden plover. All different birds in the UK. Tufted duck. Eider duck. Oh, that's where we get our eider downs from. Cormorant. Kingfisher, barn owl. Green woodpecker. So yes, lovely book. Thank you, Mum. Beautiful. Beautiful. So I end up with these gorgeous books on my bookshelf. Don't they just look lovely? So I put them, these go on my antique side table like this. So I'm just sort of collecting a nice little collection of beautiful books when I can afford them, because, well, A, we can't get them, B, when we can get them, they're often expensive in the rare books shops or antique shops. So if I can pick them up for $5–10, which I consider to be thrifty, then I do. So that's my collection. And as I say, 4 of those came from an op shop. These came from an op shop in the same area. They're just 2 pillowcases. They didn't have a price on. I think she charged me $1. I just thought, oh, look how pretty they are. And it's already in that vintage colour. I think they're super nice. So I got 2 of those. So this item I have here actually just arrived yesterday in the mail. It's washi tape, but really cool because I've got pinned up here next week's Marguerite Miller, and we need something that came in the mail. I will be using something from here. Now, I ordered these from AliExpress, which we all know AliExpress most of the time, not all the time, most of the time is very reasonably priced. So you do have to be a little bit careful, look carefully at what you're purchasing. Sometimes the sizes are not what you expect. That's happened to me. But these look great. I haven't used them yet. I just arrived yesterday. I just pulled them out so we can see. But I wanted some wide washi tape because I don't have any. So this one's got script on it. Love that. This one looks like it's a map. So I typed in vintage washi tape, and this is what came up. It came, I think they were like, I don't know if it was 1 set or 2 sets, but without florals. So you can cut those off and use them like faux stamps, and yeah, really nice. Each one's different. I haven't looked at them yet. I'm looking at them with you. I just opened them up and saw they look really cute. Okay, that looks like it's a repeating one. So 2 patterns, English post boxes and Big Ben and a beautiful red bird. Nice little collages there that someone's done with vintage pieces. And they just do amazing things. Some more map page, a smaller one. And yeah, I was talking about, oh no, you haven't seen it yet. When we get to doing the pages for the Lotta journal, I have a page that's really fragile. And I was thinking I need to put some washi tape on, but I know that my washi tape, my normal washi tape is just really not, oh, I've got that one. I forgot about that. I could have used that one. I could use that one. So I don't know where I got that from. I can't remember. But most of my washi tape is really modern looking. So happy to get some nice vintage looking washi tape, because I really don't use washi tape much because I just don't find it looks, I don't know, I just don't enjoy it. But these will be fine. Beautiful birds. Lovely. The old car. At least they don't seem to have strange words on them. Sometimes you do get duds with AliExpress. You get misspellings, you get words that you think, why do they use that word? They haven't like Googled the translation of the word. They just pick English words, and sometimes they're really just weird. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. French ephemera in washi tape. Yummy. Well, they're super cool, and they're going to be really nice on my Lotta journal that I'm making. So they've come in. I didn't know I was doing Lotta when I ordered these. I ordered these a while ago. They've taken ages to come, but perfect for my current project. This came from an op shop, but I don't know when. Would have been a while ago. But I had to go find a new mat because I used the heat gun and made a hole in my normal lacy cover. And I did pick this one up a while ago, but I thought I'd put it in with the old books. The Princess Elizabeth gift book in aid of the Princess Elizabeth of York Hospital for Children. So Audrey May Horlock, Christmas 1938 from Grandma, Canada. Okay. Well, when it says York, I mean, we've got a York here. There's a York in the UK. So I'm not too sure if it's our York. I thought it was ours at first, but hang on. For the Princess Elizabeth of York Hospital for Children. Now, we have a Princess Margaret Hospital here in Perth, so I don't think it's our York. Looks like it might have been in Canada and then sent to someone. And it's falling apart and it's obviously really old, but the Duchess of York wish to say how very grateful they are help produce this book. Printed in the UK from the children in the Princess Elizabeth Hospital. Dear Mr. Author. Hospital for Children. Mickey Mouse and his retinue. It's hard to imagine that Mickey Mouse was so popular back in 1938. It's been going quite a long time, I think. That's a gorgeous image, isn't it? So it's got different authors wrote different stories to go in the book, and it looks like it was a gift for children in hospital, I'm thinking. They weren't awfully into figuring out what children might like. It's not entirely sure that. Yeah, so that means the child has tried to find things to colour in, but there's not very many colouring in pages. And on these 2 pages, you will see what some of us looked like when we were very young. So these are people from the outskirts of the royal family. Oh no, these are the authors, J.M. Barrie. The authors of the stories when they were children. Oh, cool. Yeah, very nice. Been coloured in, or no, I think that's how it is. Beautiful. Princess Jane of London Town. Oh, well, anyway, that's I think it's a lovely book. No, another Mickey Mouse for a princess. Let's have it at the back. Beautiful end papers. Found a page to colour in, and not doing a bad job of her colouring in. Yeah, like a kind of a pastel-y crayons that she's got. Yeah, it's quite funny, isn't it, how they illustrated children's books back then. I, would consider them to be quite not very interesting for children, but I guess it's what they're used to. Oh dear. Chicken getting squished. The blue chicken. What's this one? Oh, Christmas one. Teddy Tails Circus. It's Santa. Oh, I think her little brother might have scribbled that in, because the little girl that was colouring this in was doing a great job, and then some little boys come along. So, I don't know. Her little brother has come along with a pencil and gone, no, no, she says, don't scribble in my book. Yeah, I wouldn't be happy having someone scribbling in my book either, because it looks like the person that had this book took a lot of care and time to colour in, and she had limited colours because they're very muted, and she's got a brown, a red and a green. In 1938. Didn't colour everyone, but she's coloured a lot of them. Yeah, when I look through this, I just picture the person, owning the book. And her little brother or sister has had another go with their pencil. No, she's got my book again. All right. For the most part, it's in really good condition. For a children's book, that was actually used and drawn in. It's just that I don't know what to do with this kind of thing. It needs rebinding, but it's really grubby. Maybe a white cover wasn't the best idea for a children's book. It's pretty grubby. I think I got this from the vintage markets. Not the last time I went, but the time before. So I have had this one for a little while, but I just saw it on the shelf and I thought, oh, I'm going to give this one some love. I only have a few other little pieces to show you. Oh, actually, this is a book, but a different kind of book. It won't even fit in the screen. Let me turn it sideways so you can see the whole thing, kind of. You have to tilt your head. So that's how big it is. Let me move the camera up a bit. Okay, we can sort of get most of it in. one of my Thrifty Thursday, I think it was the first Thrifty Thursday, I'm not too sure, but I had gone op shopping with my friend Jane, and we'd met her at my art group. Well, at my art group, what happens is some people bring in items and they put them on the big table, and people can, if they've got a use for them, they can take them home. So in other words, it's like a freebie, you know. Someone found this in their stash, they didn't want it, but they thought someone in the art group might want it, so they put it on the table until someone says, oh, I'd really love that. Well, I saw this and I'd really love that. Okay, I think that's most of it. I'll just have to move it around a bit, but I just noticed this picture. I hadn't seen this, but this one, well, I had seen it, but you can't take it all in because there's so many gorgeous images. But it was $9.95 when it was printed. I don't know when it was printed. We might find that as we go. I'm not too sure. Printed in Australia, of this enchanting reproduction of a Victorian scrapbook. It contains exquisite colour and black and white pen sketches depicting day-to-day activities, but it is absolutely gorgeous. I think that original picture that we were going to use came from here. At the time I couldn't think where it came from. Yeah, so I think all of these pictures, it was a big full page, and so I cut them down. There was a page of these types of images. So we can see there was something on the back. Yeah, unfortunately it's double-sided printed, so you have to choose one or the other. So these were some ladies that I had thought I might use. I'm not too sure if I will or not. I think they might go in my lovely ladies section. And that other one, this one. Yeah, these all came from the same place, same page. So that's where I got that from. I thought it came from a different book, but this is obviously where it came from. And so it's a reproduction from a Victorian scrapbook. But of course I'm using the digital version of this image instead of this original one. But I will use this in the journal. But yeah, anyway, let's get back to the book. So this image, there's another one I could cut out. But I think I only cut them out if there were things on the back that I didn't want. They are so huge, I don't know how some of them I'm just not going to be able to use. But really interesting images. It's really big. I'd have to somehow photograph them. Look at these ones. Oh, they've done a reproduction. It's a reproduction, but I'm absolutely positive they've enhanced the colour, which is probably why this is so bright. The other copies of it may have come from a different, not copies of this. So I'm pretty sure that they wouldn't have been that colour. So I think the people who reproduced this enhanced the colours to make the book a bit prettier, which is absolutely gorgeous. Look at these ones. Yes, so I love this book, which could be the one I tore out, or it could be the one that my friends in the art group tore out. Now some of them are really big. It would be nicer if they had produced them a bit smaller. I don't know what anyone's supposed to do with this book this size, which is why someone didn't do anything with it. It was just like, what do you do with it? It's so huge. And then there's some smaller ones. Postcards. This one's torn out because I tore the other side, or someone did. The Rush Gatherers. Okay. On the other side we have Le Fleur Préférée. No, Maynard Brown, some sort of Victorian painting. This one I really liked. I thought, well, maybe I could scan or photograph this section, because I mean there's a whole huge of, and so we have this, the lady getting in her carriage. But interesting, they've got the kind of like poor person in the background. It's just a real juxtaposition of, I don't know if that's the right word, a real contrast of financial means. Like here, he's holding an umbrella, and then she's going to get in this carriage, and then they're actually going to carry her through the street so she doesn't get wet. And then, you know, other people are, and they've got umbrellas, and she hasn't. And then the beach. Now I'm not too sure whether going to the beach they would have had a man holding the towel. I think that would be a bit risque in its day. But yeah, they're so huge. It's such a shame. I love the book, but it has got some of these smaller ones in there that I can use. So if I can get, I won't cut them up until if I can try and get that one scanned or photographed. I don't know, I can't scan it. Well, maybe I could. I've got to get my scanner working and scan it in 2 pieces, like one there, then edit it and join it together. What a drama. So I don't think I'll go to that much effort. But you know, there's postcards and stamps here, letterbox, and then this one, the maids are reading the letters in their boss's secretaire. I've seen that photograph, I've seen that somewhere else. Copyright 1894. I wonder if the copyright still stands. I don't think so. Cherubs, and then some birds and flowers and butterflies. Black and white images. Oh, ice skating. Girls off today. Another one for the sliding on the ice skates. Got so many things. You can't look at absolutely everything when you're looking for your Marguerite Miller things. What do I need this week? I need something with, I've got my long ears, got my mail. I need something that starts with M, leaves, bubbles, and a watch or a clock. That's a really nice little fiddle or guitar, whatever it is. All the kittens are cute. And then we have a whole pile of Christmas. So that's going to be tricky because I love the Christmas ones, because we're doing vintage Christmas with Marguerite Miller this year. Can't wait to get my, well, I haven't ordered the physical copy, but I hope to get the download. I have to see if it's available. But kittens on this side, Father Christmas on this side. So I'm going to have to choose sections. I mean, I do like that guitar. I'd really like to keep that. So that whole section, I love that autumn one too. So I'll keep that section, which means I ruin those unless I scan them. But it's just that I just love the originals. This one, I don't really like that picture. So that's okay. I don't really, yeah. So that's okay. I'll lose those ones, but I'll be able to keep the top section and the bottom section. Something like that. Start thinking about Christmas. I've seen that image somewhere too. Something else that slides. Yeah, I've seen that somewhere. 1894. I think it might be the front of a magazine. I went online to an auction house. We're looking for auctions to see if I could find things that, you know, old things, really old things, in estate sales and things. Anyway, long story short, I bid on a Victorian scrapbook, but an actual Victorian scrapbook. I thought the auction was in Perth. It said Burwood, and we've got a Burswood, but I don't know. I wasn't thinking straight. Did I think they had misspelt their own name of the town? I don't know. Anyway, it turned out to be Burwood in Victoria and not Burswood in Perth. It was a huge Victorian scraps book. So I like this as a copy of, but the original, and so it had like a hard cover. And then there was a whole bundle of packets of vintage playing cards. So the weight would have been quite a lot. Luckily, I didn't win the bid. I put my bid in and then I was outbid, so I didn't bid anymore, luckily, because I would have had to pay postage. And yeah, I can't imagine what they would charge me for that from an auction house. So luckily I didn't win the Victorian scrapbook. Oh, look at these cute puppies. Yeah, and that's the last page. There you go. So that is the Victorian scrapbook. This got missed in last week's one. I found it afterwards. It's a little bit strange, a little bit different. There's these stickers stuck, but I just thought I really like some of these, and I thought I must be able to do something with these. I can't remember where they came from. Would have been an op shop, but I don't actually remember buying them now. But they're stuck there. I need to stick them, re-stick them, take them off this plastic thing, stick them onto some cardstock or some coffee dyed paper or something, and then I can cut them out when I'm ready to use them. Yeah, I used to love these dolls. These, what are they called? The Russian dolls. They've got a name. I don't know. Forget the name. But they're. I haven't got any, and I haven't collected them, but I would have loved to have had some. So I really like these ones here. This section. I'm not so keen on these modern colour looking ones. But there's some really pretty ones there, and I just thought, oh, I'm going to grab that. So I need to do something with that. And this bundle. Now, didn't get these from an op shop, but they were... Did I already tell you about these? I can't remember. They were super cheap. But I put them away, so I thought I had forgotten to show you them. I'll check and I'll delete this if I have already shown you these, but I only picked them up. This was actually on the thrift shop day, thrift shopping with Jane. While I got the camera up wide, you can see them. I've just picked up a couple of each pattern. They're like they're decoupage papers, so they're very thin. So you can sort of fussy cut out individual pieces, or you can put it on as a piece, as a background for the page. That one's been sort of collaged. Getting a bit ruined. I need to cut them up into bite-sized pieces. They're huge sheets, and I thought they were $1 a sheet. It turned out you got 8 sheets for $1. So I think I paid $2 for this pile, but they're just so big. I need to cut them up and put them into maybe just a little bit bigger than A4 size. Make them easier to store so they won't get damaged. But I thought that was a pretty good deal. I picked this up. It's not very exciting to end with. I should have saved something exciting for the end. What did I pay for this? $5, really? Okay, it might be a bit expensive. Sometimes they don't charge that much when you get to it. Anyway, I picked this up. I haven't used it yet. But the idea of this is it's kind of like foam, and it's got this pattern, and it's a huge, obviously a huge long sheet. I've got no idea what it is or what it was for. Some sort of matting. But I thought that coffee dyeing paper, you lay it out on a big table, put all your coffee dyes on and put this on, and I'm thinking that it will absorb some of the coffee or tea dye and it will create a pattern. So I haven't got the plastic ones that everyone else has. I haven't got those. I haven't found those plastic tablecloths yet, but I just didn't know whether this might work in a similar fashion. So that is my little Thrifty Thursday video completed. Not a lot of things. I haven't been shopping this week. I've been busy with Cadbury, so I blame Cadbury that there's not too many things in my list. So hopefully the video will be a little bit shorter than normal. Thank you very much for watching. Check out the other Thrifty Thursday videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.